God says, "Congratulations, your red alert has arrived. Your angel is not allowing you to skip this message at any cost. If you skip this, you will cry a lot." Don't skip God. God is trying to save you. This is not a small moment. This is not just another message. This is a divine interruption. A holy alarm has gone off in the heavens, and the Lord is stepping in to stop what was meant to destroy you. This word is not late. It is not random. It is your red alert. It is your rescue. Something was on its way to break you, to drain your spirit, to bury your faith. But God is not allowing it to reach you without first sending a warning soaked in love. He is saying, "You are too loved to be left alone right now. You are too chosen to be ignored in this moment. That is why your angel is holding you here, urging you to stay. Please, do not turn your eyes away from this. There is a reason your spirit paused. God is reaching for you because this moment matters more than you realize." If you believe that God is truly speaking to you right now, take a moment to comment "Amen" to affirm it in faith. This word is your lifeline, and it carries more weight than your emotions can process all at once. God is stepping between you and something that was meant to derail your peace, delay your promise, and distract your soul from His voice. This red alert is not about fear, it is about love. It is about His hand coming down to say, "Enough is enough. You have cried long enough in the silence of your heart, in the places no one sees. You have wrestled with doubt and darkness, trying to keep smiling, trying to stay strong, but God sees the truth behind your strength. He sees the moments when you wanted to give up, but didn't. And He is saying today, "I will not let this season break you." He is reaching in now because this moment is critical. What you choose to do next matters. That is why you feel the urgency. That is why it feels like you cannot just scroll away. God is trying to save you not just from danger, but from deception, from settling for less, from walking into places He never called you to be, from allowing fear to drive your choices, from letting pain write your future, from letting wounds be your compass. God is saying, "I am stepping in now because this is the turning point you've been praying for in silence." If these words are touching something deep in your spirit, please take a second and like this video so this message reaches someone else who is in the same place as you. God has been watching you fight invisible battles, standing in rooms where your soul felt out of place, praying through nights when the answers didn't come. He saw you keep showing up when your heart was tired. He saw you love people who didn't love you back the same way. He saw you keep sowing in seasons of lack, giving when you barely had enough. And now, heaven is responding. Your angel is moving because something needs to shift now. Not tomorrow, not later, now. That is why you cannot skip this moment. This is not about curiosity. This is about covenant. This is about God saying, "I made you a promise, and I will not allow you to wander into harm when I already made a way of escape for you." God is whispering into your heart, "I am still with you. You didn't miss me. You didn't fall too far. You didn't ruin my plan. What was meant to harm you will not win. Your weeping did not go unnoticed. Your waiting has not been wasted." The silence wasn't punishment, it was preparation. And now the time has come. The storm is shifting. The tide is turning. But first, you must know this is not a message to ignore. This is me, your God, placing a divine stop sign in front of your pain. I am holding your shoulders and saying, "Look at me, listen, breathe," because you are about to walk into a different season, but you must hear me first. Many people never notice when God sends a red alert. They ignore the nudge, they silence the still small voice. They drown it out with noise, distractions, busyness, but not you. You paused, you listened. You are still here. That means your spirit is awake. That means your angel is doing their part. And now, the heavens are opening over your life. This is your rescue, your intervention. The turnaround moment your future self will look back on and say, "I remember when God stepped in." This is not the end. It only feels like it because the weight has been heavy. But there is beauty in how God moves, in the moments we feel undone. You are not abandoned. You are not being punished. You are being preserved. And sometimes, God has to pull you away from everything familiar to keep your calling safe. He will remove what seemed right in the moment to make room for what is eternal. Your tears are seeds in His hand. Your cries are the sound that calls heaven close. And this moment is sacred. Do not overlook it. Do not minimize it. This is holy ground. You are being covered even when it feels quiet. Let this be the word you hold on to when the noise of life tells you to keep moving, keep rushing, keep pretending. Let this be the moment you choose to stay still and let God speak into the places you have hidden for so long. He knows your weariness. He knows the questions you carry but cannot say out loud. And still, He loves you. Still, He calls you by name. Still, He marks you as chosen. This red alert is not meant to scare you. It is sent to shield you. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. And you must hold on to this truth. God is still writing your story with kindness. His hand is not finished with your life. What looks like a delay is often His protection. What feels like rejection is often Him rerouting you towards something better. Trust this interruption. Trust this pause. Trust that God never shows up late. He is always on time. And today, He is here. Fully, powerfully, lovingly. Before this day ends, take time to breathe in His presence. Let His nearness become your strength. Let this red alert become your reminder that you are not forgotten. You are deeply loved, carefully held, and divinely shielded. The angel watching over you is not allowing this moment to pass lightly, because heaven has marked this as sacred for you. Listen with your spirit. Open your heart, and let these words plant seeds of hope where despair tried to live. You are not finished. You are being saved, chosen, protected, lifted, restored. Comment 1111 if you believe this moment was sent from heaven for you. There are things that were scheduled to come against you, but they have already been intercepted. There are words that were spoken over you in darkness, but they have been silenced by light. There are traps that were set by the enemy, but the hand of God has shattered them. This is the power of your Father's love. He never waits for you to break before He builds your way out. You may feel tired. You may feel like nothing around you is changing, but right now, as you listen to this, the atmosphere around your life is shifting. The chains that were holding your mind in confusion are breaking. The delays that drained your courage are lifting. The silence that made you question your worth is being filled with divine whispers of love and purpose. This is not a season of being forgotten. This is the season of being found in the arms of the one who never stopped watching over you. What looked like silence was actually sacred strategy. What felt like waiting was really preparation. God was not still because He didn't care. He was still because He was working, deeply and carefully, behind the curtain of your life. The words spoken now are not ordinary. They are reaching into places that no one else knows. They are touching wounds you've learned to hide behind smiles. They are pulling you out of the weight you've been carrying alone. God says, You were never meant to fight these battles by yourself. You were never created to carry the weight of disappointment, heartbreak, and loneliness without His hand holding yours. Even now, His Spirit is wrapping around your heart like a soft wind, calming the fears, silencing the panic, and reminding your soul that you are not alone, you are not abandoned, and you are not invisible to Him. He is stopping you right now, not because He wants to scare you, but because He wants to shield you. There was a decision you were about to make out of fear, out of survival, out of pressure. But God is stepping in and saying, "Not this way. You are not called to follow fear. You are not built to live in desperation. You are not created to shrink just to make it through. You are chosen. You are royal. You are marked by heaven." That is why this red alert had to come. Because sometimes you don't even know what's forming around you until God pulls you away from it. If your heart is beginning to feel lighter and your tears are starting to fall without explanation, let it happen. That is the anointing of healing resting over you. God is not just trying to help you survive another week. He is trying to break the cycles that have been keeping you stuck for years. He is not offering you comfort only, He is offering you deliverance. He is not simply speaking peace over your mind, He is calling you out of the war that's been stealing your sleep. He is not just protecting your path, He is rebuilding your future with His hands. God knows how exhausted your spirit has been, especially when you've had to smile through pain, encourage others while no one knew your own struggles, show up for people while you were breaking in silence. He saw it all. Not a single tear has been wasted. Not a single sacrifice has gone unnoticed. You have given even when you were empty. You have hoped when there was no evidence. You have worshipped when your heart was breaking. And now, heaven is standing in honor of your endurance. This is why you are being interrupted with this word. Because you are too close to the breakthrough to give in to weariness. You are too close to destiny to let go now. Even in your lowest moments, you were never disqualified. Even when you stumbled, God didn't walk away. Even when you doubted, His faith in you never changed. You are still His. You are still covered. And what is ahead of you is not destruction, it is redemption. This is not the end of your story. This is the moment where the pages begin to turn. The dry chapters are over. The painful parts have been seen. Now, the next part of your life will be written in grace, in joy, in healing, and in purpose. But it starts with you recognizing that this moment is holy, that you were not drawn here by mistake. Comment 222 if you trust this is your divine moment of rescue. God has already gone before you into the next few days. He has walked the path ahead and removed things that would have broken you. He has placed people in your future that will help lift your arms when you grow tired. He has already placed favor where you thought there would be failure. He is preparing spaces for you to walk into that you thought were unreachable. But you must trust His timing. You must surrender your timeline. You must lay down the pressure to make things happen on your own, and allow God to carry the weight that was never yours to begin with. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique, backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs, is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. Sometimes the red alert is not about avoiding a visible disaster. It is about pulling you back before you agree to something beneath your worth. It is about keeping you from bonding with what is not part of your promise. It is about gently pulling your heart away from where it has settled and leading it back to the place it was always meant to be, in the shelter of the Most High, in the secret place of trust, in the arms of unconditional love. Do not ignore this sacred pause. Do not dismiss this gentle stop. This is God realigning your steps so that nothing He promised you will be stolen in a moment of weakness. He is not calling you to be perfect. He is calling you to be present with Him, to lean in when you want to run, to rest when you want to fix everything, to trust when nothing makes sense. The more you let go of your need to control, the more room He has to do what only He can. And what He is doing is not small. It is not surface level. It is a complete healing, a deep restoration, a new beginning that is not just for you, but for generations that will come after you. This is not just about your life, it is about your legacy. You are deeply known, fully loved, and divinely protected. That is why your angel has been assigned to you. That is why this moment could not pass without God speaking. Because you matter, because your heart is precious, because your destiny is valuable. When He said, "Your red alert has arrived," He was speaking from a place of deep compassion, not anger. He was telling you, "My child, I cannot stay silent while you walk into something that will hurt you." He is not pointing at your mistakes. He is pulling you into His protection. This word isn't just a warning. It is a rescue plan. It is a signpost on your journey. The season you're in may feel heavy, confusing, and uncertain, but it is not random. There are spiritual forces at work that you cannot see, but God has already sent His angels to guard the path you're walking. Every time you've felt an inner tug to slow down, to pause, to reconsider, that was your angel doing what heaven assigned them to do. This is that moment again, except louder, clearer, stronger, because the danger is greater than before, and so is your destiny. Your angel is not letting you ignore this because God has invested too much in you to let you get lost now. There have been times when you tried to silence the voice in your spirit that told you to wait, that warned you to take another path. But this time, that voice is not backing down. That's why your heart is stirred right now, and your soul feels like it is being called out of something. Because it is. It's being called out of confusion, out of compromise, out of distractions, out of relationships that were draining you dry, out of patterns that were slowly stealing your joy, out of cycles that had you repeating the same pain under different names. If anything in your heart feels like it's waking up again, comment 333 to declare your faith. There is an urgency in heaven because you are on the edge of a shift. You are standing at the border of breakthrough, but the enemy wants you to believe that nothing is changing, that you're stuck, that your prayers have been ignored, that you'll always be waiting, that you're somehow unworthy of the promises God spoke over your life. But those are lies. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not disqualified. You are not too late. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, even if the scenery around you looks like wilderness. It is in the wilderness that God teaches you how to walk with Him, not just for what He can give, but for who He is. The reason the pressure feels so intense is because what you carry is so important. Your calling is not common. Your purpose is not small. The enemy has fought you so hard, not because you are weak, but because you are powerful beyond what you've seen yet. And the enemy is afraid of what will happen when you finally step into the fullness of who God created you to be. That's why this red alert had to come now, to shake you, to stir you, to awaken the truth inside you that you've buried under fear and doubt. Because if you keep walking without this interruption, you could miss the very thing you've been praying for. God is saying, stop looking at your surroundings as proof of His absence. Your circumstances do not define your worth. Your timeline is not a measure of His faithfulness. He is not late. He is aligning everything with precision. And before He takes you into the next season, He needs to remove what cannot come with you. That's why the shaking is happening. That's why things feel uncertain. Because God is sifting what's temporary to protect what's eternal. Some doors are closing, not because you failed, but because they were never your future. Some people are drifting away, not because you did something wrong, but because your spirit is growing and they can't walk at that pace. Let go of the need to understand every detail. Let go of the pressure to hold everything together. You were never meant to be your own savior. You were never created to fix yourself by yourself. God is with you right now, in every breath, in every moment, in every tear. He is here, wrapping your heart in peace, reminding you that it's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to not feel strong every day. What matters is that you are held. What matters is that your story is still unfolding and the author of your life hasn't stopped writing. You don't have to force what is meant for you. You don't have to chase love or acceptance or purpose. Everything God has written for you will find you when you are in Him. Stay rooted, stay surrendered, stay open. The blessing you are waiting for is not delayed. It is being prepared in such a way that when it comes, it will not add sorrow to your life. It will not bring confusion. It will not leave you anxious. It will settle your soul. Because God only gives good and perfect gifts. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. And if it has been hard lately, if the silence has felt like a storm, then know this: the darker the night, the closer the dawn. The heavier the pressure, the greater the oil being pressed out of your spirit. The longer the wait, the more beautiful the testimony. You are not behind. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. Every moment of surrender is bringing you closer to the promise. Every act of obedience is unlocking doors in the spirit. Every time you choose to trust God instead of panicking, heaven rejoices because you are becoming the person who can carry the weight of the blessing and not be crushed by it. This red alert is your proof that God is active in your life. It is your divine evidence that even when things don't look like they're moving, God is making moves on your behalf. He is aligning favor. He is opening unseen doors. He is changing hearts in rooms you haven't even entered yet. He is softening the soil for the seeds you're about to plant. And when it all comes together, it will not be something you have to beg for or fight to keep. It will come with peace. It will carry joy. It will feel like home. So take a deep breath. Let His presence wash over you. Let the fear melt in the light of His love. Let the confusion lose its voice in the sound of His truth. You are protected. You are carried. You are chosen. And you are seen. This red alert is not just about what God is saving you from. It's about what He is leading you into. A place of peace, a place of purpose, a place of wholeness. There is a shift taking place in the atmosphere of your life, one that has been long delayed, one that heaven has preserved just for you. And now, God is refusing to let you walk past it unaware. He is placing His hand gently but firmly on your heart, saying, "Slow down, listen, stay with me, because what I'm about to do in your life needs your full attention." Some things in your life were never supposed to follow you into the next season, but because of your loyalty, your love, your deep hope that they would change, you've held on. But God sees what you do not. He hears the thoughts you don't speak, the prayers you whisper through tears, and He knows that holding on is starting to hurt more than letting go. He knows how weary your soul has become from carrying the weight of things that were never meant to be yours forever. That's why this moment matters so deeply. That's why this red alert is holy. Because the God who made you is not just trying to comfort you, He's trying to change the direction of your entire life. God is not here to shame you. He is here to shepherd you. He is not pointing at your pain to expose you. He is touching it to heal you. There are wounds you have carried for years that you've learned to walk with, but He did not call you to live a life limping through every promise. He called you to walk in wholeness, with strength and confidence in His name. This is why the pressure has increased lately. This is why you felt like something in your life just doesn't fit anymore. Because you've outgrown the place you once settled in. You've matured beyond the season you were stuck in. And now God is calling you higher, not because you've been perfect, but because you've been faithful. If your heart is open to this deeper place with God, take a moment and comment 555 to agree in faith. Heaven is not watching you from a distance, hoping you make the right move. Heaven is fighting for you. Your angel is standing guard, not only around you but ahead of you. Doors that would have led you down dark roads are being shut. Situations that were about to draw you away from purpose are being interrupted. You may not understand why certain people left, why plans shifted suddenly, why what you hoped for didn't happen when you expected it to. But this is why, because your red alert was sounded in heaven, and now everything in your life is being realigned with the perfect will of God. You have no idea how much has been intercepted on your behalf. The nights you almost broke, the decisions you almost made in fear, the opportunities that looked good but were not God, all of these were moments that the enemy hoped would collapse your spirit, but God said no. He drew a line. He stepped in. You may not have seen it with your eyes, but your spirit felt it. That tug in your chest to pause, that uneasiness in your stomach when something didn't feel right. That moment you suddenly felt the need to pray or cry or simply be still. That was God moving. That was your angel protecting. This is not a message of fear, this is a message of rescue. It is not meant to panic you, it is meant to protect you. God loves you far too deeply to let you wander off course without reaching out to bring you back. Even now, He is whispering to your heart, I'm here. I never left. I'm still guiding you. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. You don't have to perform for me. You don't have to prove your worth. You are already loved. You are already chosen. And everything you're facing right now is not proof of your failure, it's proof of your future. The heaviness in your heart is not just emotional, it is spiritual. You are feeling the pressure of transition. You are sensing the weight of something breaking off of you and something greater coming upon you. You are being prepared for more. Not just more blessings, but more clarity, more responsibility, more joy, more authority in the Spirit, more peace in the middle of chaos. And for you to walk into that, certain things must be removed. Certain relationships must end. Certain patterns must stop. Certain lies must be silenced. That is what this red alert is doing. It is God's love disrupting your routine to make space for your restoration. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual, helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. He is not trying to frustrate you. He is freeing you. He is freeing you from needing everyone to understand you. Freeing you from expectations that were never yours to carry. Freeing you from timelines that made you feel like you failed. Freeing you from guilt that was never yours to begin with. God is not holding your past against you. He is holding your future for you. All He is asking is that you trust Him enough to let go. Let go of what's familiar but empty. Let go of what's comfortable but killing your growth. Let go of what you thought life should look like, so He can give you something better. This moment is where things begin to change, not because you force them, but because you surrender. When you finally stop trying to figure everything out and you say, "God, I don't understand, but I'm yours," something powerful happens. Heaven responds, peace floods in, doors begin to open, healing begins to flow. Your soul exhales, your heart rests, and you start to see that what God is building is better than anything you were afraid of losing. You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be in control. You don't need to have all the answers. You only need to be still enough to listen. This moment is sacred. The ground you are standing on right now may not look like a miracle, but it is, because you are still here, still believing, still listening, still open. And that's all God needs. A heart that is willing, a spirit that says yes, a soul that dares to believe that maybe, just maybe, God is not done. Because He's not. What's coming is not small. What's coming will make sense of what didn't. What's coming will remind you that your waiting was not wasted, that your prayers did not vanish, that your tears were not ignored. Every single one of them watered something that heaven is about to bring into bloom. You don't see it yet, but it's already growing. It's already forming. It's already alive. It is the peace that comes when God steps into the storm and says, "Peace, be still." Everything around you may still look uncertain. Everything in your emotions might feel unsettled. But something inside of you is beginning to settle, because you are hearing God louder than the noise. You are feeling His nearness stronger than the pressure. And right now, heaven is quieting every lie that tried to tell you that you were not going to make it. This red alert was never meant to terrify you. It was heaven's way of pulling you back to the place where your soul remembers who you are. The enemy tried to exhaust you. Life tried to distract you. People tried to label you. But God says, "You are mine." Before the heartbreak, before the failure, before the waiting, before the confusion, you were mine, and you never stopped being mine. I have not left you. I have not let go of the promises I whispered to you in the beginning, and I am here, right now, ready to restore what was lost, repair what was broken, and revive what you thought was over. Your angel has not been silent. Your angel has been moving, blocking paths that led to dead ends, covering you while you slept, shifting circumstances behind the scenes. And while you may have felt like nothing was changing, everything was. You are not in the same place you were last year. You are not even in the same place you were last month. There has been a quiet transformation happening inside you. Your faith is deeper now. Your prayers are bolder. Your heart is softer but stronger. And your eyes are being opened to see what you could not see before. You're beginning to see that even the hard seasons had a purpose. Even the detours were not wasted. If you've felt that shift in your spirit lately and your heart is learning to trust again, comment 1212 as your declaration. God is not asking you to understand everything. He is asking you to follow Him. And sometimes He leads you away from things that you wanted so badly because what you wanted would have wounded you. He closes doors not to punish you, but to preserve you. He removes people not to leave you lonely, but to make room for who is meant to walk with you. He interrupts plans, even good ones, because they would have delayed your destiny. And through it all, He never stops loving you, never stops seeing you, never stops preparing something better for you. You've been feeling like something is ending, and you're right. But endings with God are always invitations to beginnings. This red alert is not the sound of something falling apart. It is the sound of chains breaking, patterns breaking, delays breaking. Every place where you've been stuck is now being stirred. The things that didn't budge before are now being moved. The cycles that kept repeating are losing their grip. Because you have said yes to the Spirit of God, You've stayed open. You've kept believing. And now heaven is answering your persistence with power. You don't have to chase what's already been chosen for you. The blessing, the breakthrough, the favor, the opportunity, the healing, it's not running from you. It's being shaped for you, tailored to fit your life perfectly. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to manipulate anything to get it. You won't have to perform for anyone to keep it. What God is preparing will come with peace. It will come with clarity. It will come in such a way that your soul will finally exhale, not out of relief, but out of joy. God is so intentional with you. He does not waste time. He does not make careless moves. Every delay has a purpose. Every closed door had protection written all over it. And now, every day that passes is one step closer to the fulfillment of His word over your life. You may have been discouraged, and you may have questioned if the promise still stands, but let this moment be your confirmation. God's word over you has not changed. His plan has not been cancelled. His love has not weakened. His hand has not lifted. And even now, His voice is stronger than every doubt. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are about to walk into something that has your name on it. No one else can take it. No one else can delay it. And no one else can define it. What's coming is not just about restoration, it's about revelation. God is about to show you why the pain had to happen. He's about to reveal why the waiting was necessary. You will see with your own eyes that none of it was wasted. Every tear watered a seed. Every moment of obedience became a foundation. Every time you chose to trust when it was hard became a brick in the house God is building for your future. There are divine alignments taking place right now. People you've never met are being stirred to speak your name in the right rooms. Hearts are being softened. Doors are being opened. Opportunities are being designed with you in mind. But all of this begins with your awareness that God is not far away. He is here, speaking, leading, covering, rescuing, and every part of this journey has been marked with His fingerprints. So don't rush past this red alert. Don't minimize what you feel stirring inside. That nudge to slow down. That sudden peace in the middle of pressure. That moment where your heart beats a little slower because you know something greater is holding you. These are not random moments. They are divine signs. The alarm is not about disaster. It is about direction. God is not just trying to get your attention, He's trying to win your affection back to the center where it belongs. Let your soul settle in this truth. You are not too broken to be blessed. You are not too late to be loved. You are not too behind to be restored. God works in ways that defy timelines and expectations. When He moves, He makes up for lost time. He redeems years. He restores joy. He renews strength, and He always finishes what He starts. Right now, He is whispering, "Stay with me. Don't run. Don't fear. Don't fight what I'm removing. Trust what I'm doing, because when this is over, you'll see that I was saving you all along." You'll look back on this moment, not with regret, but with reverence. You'll say, "I didn't understand it then, but God was protecting me. God was preserving me. God was preparing me." You are deeply loved, eternally safe, divinely surrounded, and exactly where you need to be for God to show Himself strong in your life. Not vaguely, not generally, but to you, personally. This red alert was sounded because the next step you take matters. The next voice you listen to matters. The next decision you make matters. And your Father in heaven is not willing to let you go one step further without covering you with His voice first. You have walked through seasons that tried to shut you down completely. There have been moments you gave everything you had just to get through the day. You have carried responsibilities, memories, regrets, fears, and hopes in the silence of your soul while smiling through it all. And still, you kept going. Still, you kept showing up. Still, you held on to God, even when your hands were trembling. That is why this moment is happening now. Not because you are weak, but because you are ready. Not because you are lost, but because heaven is declaring, it is time. You have been asking for change. You have been crying for a shift. And now God is not only answering you, He is surrounding you. The red alert was not just for protection. It was to prepare you for a new place, a new level, a new clarity, a new you. But in order for you to step into what's coming, some old things must break. Not because they were all bad, but because they cannot survive the new season you are walking into. The pain you've been feeling is not just about loss, it's about spiritual pruning. God is cutting away the parts of your life that have stopped bearing fruit. He is removing the voices that once sounded good, but now distract you from truth. He is exposing what can no longer go with you because your destiny demands more. If your spirit feels like it's finally starting to understand what has been happening, comment 777 to seal your faith in what God is revealing. God has never been casual about your life. Even the moments that felt like chaos were carried in His hands. Even when things looked like they were falling apart, they were actually falling into place. There were people who misunderstood you, and He allowed it so you could learn how to be free from needing everyone's approval. There were doors that closed, not to block you, but to guide you toward better ones. There were prayers that seemed unanswered, but in truth, they were being answered in deeper ways than you expected. And now, you are being called to trust not only what you see, but who you believe. You don't need to see everything clearly to know that God is near. All you need is the still, small yes in your heart. That yes you keep giving even through tears. That yes you whisper, even when you don't know what tomorrow will look like. That yes is powerful. That yes is breaking barriers in the spirit. That yes is shifting the future. That yes is what heaven moves on. God is not waiting for your perfection. He's responding to your surrender. This red alert isn't just about warning you of what not to do. It's about revealing to you what you were always meant to walk into. It's about calling you into alignment with heaven. It's about pulling your eyes off of what hurt you and lifting them to what is ahead. There is joy waiting for you that won't fade. There is peace prepared for you that doesn't depend on people or circumstances. There is favor assigned to you that no one can take. But God needs your heart back, fully, not partially, not with conditions, fully. He is after the places in you that still feel unsafe, still feel unloved, still feel uncertain. He is not afraid of your questions. He's not ashamed of your fears. He's not disappointed in your doubts. He wants all of it, all of you, because when you finally hand Him the broken pieces, He doesn't just put them back together, He makes something entirely new, something stronger, something unshakable. And that's what this moment is. It's not about returning to who you used to be, it's about becoming who you were always meant to be, not defined by pain, not shaped by the past. Not limited by fear, but made whole by grace. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. You are being called into a season where you will no longer have to force doors to open. The right doors will swing wide because heaven is opening them. You won't have to shrink yourself to keep the peace in places you've outgrown. God will give you peace that doesn't require you to pretend. You won't have to guess whether someone belongs in your life. God will bring the right people with the right spirit who see you through His eyes. You won't have to beg for space at tables He never called you to. He is preparing a table for you in the presence of every battle you survived. Your tears have watered the ground for this next season. Your prayers have plowed the soil. Your endurance has prepared the roots. And now the rain is coming, the winds are shifting, and the voice of the Lord is echoing over your life. I am doing a new thing. You don't have to be afraid of new. You don't have to resist the unfamiliar. What's ahead of you is not just better, it's blessed. Not just more, it's meaningful. Not just different, it's divine. So hold your head up. Straighten your shoulders. You are not the same person who walked into this storm. You are wiser now. You are softer, but you are stronger. And most of all, you are more aware of God's presence than ever before. You know what it's like to walk through fire and come out with peace. You know what it's like to lose and still praise. You know what it's like to not understand and still believe. That kind of faith is rare, and God honors it. Let this moment be the one that you remember, the one where you didn't run away from what God was doing, even when it scared you. The one where you trusted Him enough to stay, to listen, to receive. The one where you stopped trying to control everything and finally rested in the arms of your Savior. Because from this point forward, things are changing. Not just around you, but within you. The shift is real, the transformation is lasting, the peace is settling, the covering is active. He has felt every ache, and He has counted every silent cry that never made it into words. This is why He sent this red alert. Not to frighten you, not to overwhelm you, but to surround you with clarity, comfort, and divine correction. Because the steps you are about to take will shape not just your path, but your purpose. And your Father refuses to let you walk into the wrong place when He has prepared something far better. You have come too far to let fear mislead you now. You have survived too many seasons, too many dark nights, too many silent battles, to now follow your emotions instead of your spirit. God has not abandoned you. He has not gone quiet. In fact, He's never been more present. And though you may not feel it yet, though everything around you might still look the same, everything in the spiritual realm has already shifted. That is why your angel will not allow you to walk away from this message. That is why your soul keeps returning to these words. Because the truth in them is water to a dry place in you that's been waiting to feel again. If these words are reaching into a quiet part of your heart and waking up something you thought was gone, comment 999 to stand in agreement. This season you are stepping into will not look like the last. The confusion that kept circling your mind is being broken. The heaviness that sat on your chest like a silent weight is lifting. The delays that once made you question your worth are being removed. Why? Because your heart stayed soft. You didn't grow bitter when it would have been easier to stop caring. You didn't close off your spirit when rejection came. You didn't give up on hope, even when you had no evidence things would change. And now, heaven is moving in response to that posture. The love of God is not passive. It is fierce. It fights for you in ways you'll never fully comprehend. It covers you when you don't even know you're exposed. It shields you from harm you never saw coming. This is what is happening right now. God is protecting you from something ahead that would have hurt you, something that looked good but wasn't God, something that spoke to your emotions but not your spirit, something that made promises but could not deliver purpose. This red alert is not rejection, it is rescue. You are not being denied something, You are being delivered into something far greater. Let your heart be still. Let your spirit lean in. God is not asking you to perform or pretend. He is not waiting for you to impress him with your strength. He already knows where you're weak. He knows where you're tired. He knows what you're struggling to release, and he is not turning away. He is leaning closer. He is gathering the broken pieces. He is holding the trembling parts. And he is whispering to the deepest part of your being, "You are still mine." Nothing you've been through has changed that. No mistake you've made has revoked your place in my heart. No wound you've carried has made you too heavy for my arms. You are in a moment of divine reversal. Where the enemy tried to bring shame, God is bringing honor. Where there was confusion, he is bringing clarity. Where you felt left behind, he is accelerating your steps. But all of this begins with surrender, not striving, not trying harder. Just opening your hands and saying, "God, I trust you more than I trust what I see." Because what he is building for you cannot be built with human effort. It must be birthed through obedience. And that begins now. You will no longer feel out of place in your own story. You will no longer carry dreams that feel too heavy for your faith. You will no longer be bound by the fear of what-ifs. God is anchoring you in truth. He is healing your perception. He is restoring your confidence. And you will begin to see yourself through his eyes, not through the lens of past failure or missed chances, but through the lens of redemption, of purpose, of divine selection. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. This next season will be marked by divine connections. People who speak your language. People who nourish your spirit. People who don't compete with your light, but call it forward. People who don't use your past against you, but call out the future inside you. God is preparing these alignments even now. He is clearing space in your life for what is pure, what is holy, what is whole. And anything that does not carry his spirit, anything that hinders your healing, will fall away not by force, but by the power of his presence in your life. Your angel is not just watching over you. Your angel is working, rearranging timing, rescheduling divine appointments, releasing favor, blocking what's beneath your calling, and escorting you out of places you've outgrown. Trust that movement, even when it feels uncomfortable, especially when it feels unfamiliar. That's how you know it's not coming from you, it's coming from God. You may not have all the answers, you may not see the full picture, but you don't need to. You are not called to understand everything, you are called to trust the one who sees everything. And he is not just walking beside you, he is walking ahead of you, making the crooked places straight, clearing paths that were once cluttered, leveling ground that once made you stumble. You are not walking blind. You are walking by faith. And this faith is not fragile. It has been forged in fire. It has been tested in storms. It has survived seasons where others gave up. And now, it will carry you into everything God has promised. You don't need to fight for a place at the table. God is preparing a table for you, one where peace is the portion and joy is the overflow. Let your heart rest. The battle is shifting, the weight is lifting, and heaven is rejoicing because you didn't walk away. You stayed, you listened, you received. And now, the same God who sent the red alert is sending release, restoration, and revival. You are not too far. You are right on time. God is not finished. He is just getting started. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep breathing. This is what the red alert was about. not just to stop you from walking into something harmful, but to start something holy in you. This is not just a warning. This is a rescue and a reset. This is heaven saying, I want your heart whole again. You've carried more than you were ever meant to carry. You've fought battles that no one saw, cried tears that no one noticed, and still showed up, still tried, still hoped. But God saw every moment. And now He is saying, enough. It's time to be restored. The things that tried to break you were never greater than the one who is now stepping in to build you up again. The people who didn't see your value never changed the fact that you are priceless in the eyes of your Father. And the seasons that wore you down did not remove the calling that still rests on your life. Your angel is standing by your side, not just guarding your way but guiding you into the right one. There are no wasted steps when you are led by the Spirit. Even the places you thought were detours were actually protected paths. The pain you thought was a punishment was a place of preparation. The delay you resented was really your preservation. Every time it didn't work out, God was saying, not this, not yet, I have better. And now, that better is drawing close. So close, in fact, that the pressure you feel right now is not a sign of failure, it's the tension that comes before breakthrough. You're on the edge of something new, you're on the edge of something sacred. And that's why this moment matters so much. That's why you can't skip past this. Because what's coming next requires your full attention, your full surrender, your full trust. If you feel the Holy Spirit calling you to believe again, comment 1010 and open your heart wide for what's about to be released. You may have felt like things were slipping through your hands lately. Like the more you tried to hold on, the more things began to unravel. But that was never a sign that you were losing. It was a sign that God was removing. He was peeling away everything that could not stay with you in the season you are entering. People, habits, thought patterns, distractions, anything that would slow you down, discourage your faith, or pull your heart away from Him had to go. And though it felt painful, it was divine. There is nothing that has been taken from you that God cannot replace with something better, nothing lost that He cannot restore, nothing broken that He cannot rebuild with greater beauty. But you must choose to believe that what He is preparing is worth what you've had to let go of. Your red alert was His way of protecting your inheritance, of preserving your promise, of saying, you've waited too long and trusted me too much to settle now. God is not a God of almost. He's not the God of nearly. He's the God of completion. He finishes what He starts. He fulfills what He speaks. He covers what He calls. And He has not brought you this far to leave you now. His hand has never left you, not even in the silence. Not even when you questioned if He was still with you. He was there in the quiet rooms, in the long nights, in the in-between seasons, watching, holding, keeping you. You are being set apart for something more. That's why it felt like you didn't fit in some places anymore. That's why certain doors that seemed right wouldn't open. That's why certain relationships that once felt comfortable began to feel distant. It's not because something's wrong with you, it's because something divine is being birthed through you, and everything around you is being aligned to protect that. The calling on your life is weighty, and with that weight comes warfare. But take heart, greater is He who is in you than anything that has come against you. The same God who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. The same power that silenced storms with a word is at work in your life now, and that's why you can rest. Not because everything is easy, but because everything is in His hands. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. Let this moment be your turning point. Let it be the place where your soul exhales, where you stop trying to carry what God already promised to handle, where you stop trying to figure out what only He can reveal in time. You are not falling apart. You are falling into place. And everything you thought was working against you is now being used for your good. There will be evidence. There will be fruit. There will be moments in the near future when you will say, "Now I understand." You'll look back and see how God was writing a story so much greater than you could have imagined. You'll see how the closed doors led to the right ones, how the loss made space for true gain, how the tears watered the ground for joy, how the silence created room for deeper trust. You don't need to rush. You don't need to worry. You don't need to beg. Just be still and let Him be God. Let Him be the one who carries you when your strength runs out. Let Him be the one who speaks peace into your storms. Let Him be the one who decides the timing, the path, the outcome. Because when He leads, He never leads you into less. He always leads you into more. So don't ignore this red alert. Don't dismiss the stirring you feel in your heart. That's the Spirit reminding you who you are, reminding you that you're not forgotten, reminding you that your life still holds purpose, that your future still carries promise, that your days ahead will be filled with more joy than your past held pain. You are seen, you are covered, you are chosen, and you are safe. Let these words settle deep into your spirit. Let them wash over your doubts. Let them quiet the voices that said you're too late, too broken, too lost. None of that is true. What's true is this: God is not done. Not with you, not with your story, not with the dreams He placed inside you. What's next will be worth it all. Stay close, keep listening, keep trusting. The release is coming, and it will not be small. It will be more than you asked for, more than you hoped for, more than you imagined. This is the love of your Father. He doesn't wait for you to fall into a pit before He acts. He calls to you before your foot even slips. He draws you closer before you can wander too far. That's why you're here. That's why your angel will not let you move on from this moment. Because you are on the edge of something significant, and the Spirit of God is speaking gently, but clearly. Stay here. Listen. Let me hold you for just a little longer. God is not finished with what He's doing in your heart. You may have been asking Him to change things around you, but He's been focused on transforming something within you. The real battle hasn't just been about your circumstances. It's been about your clarity, your confidence, your peace, your voice. The enemy has tried to confuse you, not just to frustrate you, but to disconnect you from the voice of your Father. Because when you can no longer hear God clearly, you start leaning on your own understanding. And the enemy knows that your strength doesn't come from your own wisdom, it comes from God's direction.